Hello and welcome. Many of you know who I am already. My name is Dandy and I'm with Vulcan Vacations. The owner of Vulcan Vacations is joining us tonight, and you did get a chance to see Lori's smiling face on the screen before we started the presentation. And I just wanted to say thank you to her for her continual support and for allowing me to be a part of her great team at Vulcan Vacations. I am a certified Tahiti specialist, and this means that I've completed the training that's set out by the Tahiti Tourism. As well, to be certified, you have to visit the islands, which is not a hardship, I can assure you. It is mandatory. And so in the past 4.5 years, I've actually been twice. The first time my husband and I went alone on a vacation, and it was such an amazing experience. And I know I use the word amazing, and everybody uses the word amazing, but when you get to Tahiti, you will truly understand what the word amazing is. And so I wanted all of my clients to be able to have an opportunity to experience these wonderful islands. And so I took a group 1.5 years later. I am passionate about the islands of Tahiti and continue to look forward to traveling there again soon in the future. So now I'd like to take some time and introduce Patricia Farjan of Planet Tahiti and Planet France. She's been in the business since 1989. And she is a preferred supplier of mine to French Polynesia and France. Patricia has visited the islands at least 30 times. Now, she's lost count. And so I'm going to do my level best to catch up to her, because I'd sure like to be to Tahiti 30 times. And I don't think you ever exhaust.
I'll make sure you catch up one day.
I'll catch up too. I don't think you will ever exhaust all that there is to see or just experience, even going that many times. So anyway, Patricia brings a wealth of experience and insight to all the vacations that we put together for our clients. So please welcome Patricia Farjan of Planet Tahiti as she introduces you to the islands of Tahiti. Welcome, Patricia.
Thank you, Dani. Thank you, everyone. Yaorana and Maeva, meaning good evening and welcome to our presentation tonight. And I'm very pleased to be here with you and sharing and living a dream together tonight. So I'm going to also minimize my little screen where you all have your nice face on it, so we can see the nice picture of this presentation. So let me talk to you about French Polynesia. Where are they, those islands? They are in the middle of the Pacific, a little bit in the middle of nowhere, I would say, because they are far away from Tokyo, far away from Sydney, Auckland, Santiago de Chile, Paris, of course, and Los Angeles. The closer for us will be Los Angeles when you're traveling from Canada or the state. And from Los Angeles and San Francisco, actually, you have direct flight with Air Tahiti Nui and Air France, and French Bee and United Airlines from San Francisco. The flight will take about 8 hours, and usually it's an overnight flight. Why we call it an exclusive destination? Just to compare, Hawaii, for example, get more visitors in 1 weekend than French Polynesia will get in 1 year. So that shows you how exclusive it could be. French Polynesia, it's 118 islands. These islands are grouped in different archipelago. You have 5 of them. You have the Marquesas Island, which is the further north. Then you have the Society Island, which all the islands that are well known, like Tahiti, Moorea, Wahine, Raitea, Taha, Bora Bora. And you have the Tuamotu archipelago with Tikehau, Rangiroa, Fakarava, then the Gambier Island and the Austral Island. To give you an idea of how spread those islands are, if you look at this map here, underneath we have a map of Europe. The Marquesas archipelago will be in the area of Scandinavia, if we put that in Europe. Then the Society Island will be in the area of England. The Austral archipelago will be in the area of Morocco, and the Gambier will be in the area of Greece. So this is how spread they are. And just to compare, to let you know how far they can be, I mean, when you land in the main island of Tahiti, it's 8 hours flight from Los Angeles or San Francisco. But when you land here, it will take you another 4 hours flight if you want to go to the Marquesas Island. So they are quite spread around. When to go there? Everybody asks us this question. Is there a better time of the year to travel to Tahiti or to Paradise? There's not really, because it's always nice all year long. The average temperature is between 24 to 30 degrees and higher. They do have what they call a drier season and a rainy season, but the rainy season really, which is usually end of November till mid-January, it's more like having a tropical rain for 5 or 10 minutes, and then the sun is coming back again. So it's not really, you will never experience in French Polynesia like raining for days after days after days. So you'll be safe to travel there at any time of the year. They do have a high season and a low season. It's mainly for the hotels. The high season are the summertime and during Christmas and New Year, because lots of European likes to travel to French Polynesia at that time, and hotels are very busy at that time. The lower season, it's from January till May and November till mid-December. And this is the best season to travel there because the hotels are not overcrowded. It's very nice. And for us Canadians, traveling in January, February, March, getting away from the snow or the cold is the best time to travel to French Polynesia. What you're gonna do when you're gonna be there? I mean, there's so much to do. First of all, the Polynesians are very, very sweet and nice people. They love to share their culture. So they will share the way that they are doing cultivating the nice black pearl here, the vanilla, the spa, and lots of things to do there. Lots of excursion, lots of water activities, the lagoonarium, kisses the manta ray, feeding the shark, some helicopter ride, because some islands cannot be reached by boat or by air, but you can fly over them and they are just amazing. Like this one here, it's just the heart-shaped island. So it's so beautiful to see it with the helicopter. Doing some sunset cruise, the spas, because the spa treatment, they all have natural product and they made it with the natural stuff that grow in French Polynesia. Or do not think, because when you're there, believe me, you just want to relax and disconnect with the whole world. It's just an amazing place. Tahiti will be the main island, and this is where you're gonna land, in Papeete. Tahiti, the island of Tahiti is made with two big one big and one small. We call it Tahiti Nui, which is mean big in Tahitian, and Tahiti Iti, which mean small in Tahitian. To give you an idea, to go all around the island will take you only 2 hours. So it's not a big island. But there is a lot to do and to see in Tahiti. So if your flight arrives late at night, then you can overnight in Tahiti and then spend the next day to explore the island. Or if you're on your way back from different island where you visit, your flight, usually it's a very late flight to fly back home. So on your way back, you can do a day use and spend some time to discover the island. They have beautiful marketplace in Tahiti where you can buy some colorful pareo. You can do a diving in Tahiti if you want. They have some archaeological site. You have all the beautiful spa products and oils that you can purchase and bring back home. So there is a lot to do also in Tahiti. As I was telling you before, the Tahitian, they love to share their culture. Part of their culture is the tattoo, and majority of the Tahitian have tattoo, because tattoo, especially for men. Oops, am I losing it? Sorry. Especially for men, tattoo is the story of their life. So their tattoo is showing where they are born, if they are married, if they have children, what are their activities, and so on. So it's really a story of their life. And the other stuff that is part of their culture is the dancing. So you'll see lots of dancing, and every Tahitian know how to dance, and the ballets and all the dancers are amazing. And when you stay at your hotel, you will have for sure one night where it's going to be a dancing show, and I'm quite sure you will love that as well. And of course, lots of water activities, as you can see. In Tahiti, we selected few hotels for you on the island of Tahiti. This one and that one, those two pictures are the Hotel Intercontinental. The Intercontinental Hotel is the closer hotel from the airport, so it's very convenient if your flight arrives very late at night and you have to overnight in Tahiti. This will be the best hotel to stay because it's only 2 minutes from the airport. And you can see over from the hotel the island of Moorea, which is just across. You have on the other side the only hotel that will be on the ocean side, which is the Hotel Le Tahiti by the Pearl. And it's on the ocean side, not on the lagoon side, so the water will be a little bit more rough, but that will be the only hotel that have a black sand beaches. So it's really unique and very nice. This hotel, we recommend it usually for day use at the end of your stay. If you land in Tahiti early morning and your flight is late at night, then we can do a day use at this hotel with an ocean view room. And it's a really nice hotel. And actually, if you're traveling with family, with children, it's a pretty nice hotel for families as well. And this hotel, which is the Meridian, and we have the Manava Suite, which is a hotel also close to the airport and close to the downtown. And we like to use this hotel if you want to stay 2 or 3 nights in Tahiti, because they have a little kitchenette. So it's convenient if you want to prepare some meal in your room. Then we're moving to the island of Moorea. Moorea is the only island that you can reach by ferry. All the other islands will be reachable only by air, so or by cruise ship or a big boat, but no ferry from Papeete. So the only one is Moorea. And as you can see, all these the island of the Society Island are volcanoes that sink. So you see the tip of the volcano here, and those islands, all of them in the Society Islands, are very green and mountainous, and you do lots of hiking, and it's really nice. And they all have a lagoon around them because they have a coral reef here that protect them from the ocean. So as you can see here, this is Moorea, and across from Moorea you have the Tahiti with Papeete, and the ferry will take about 30 minutes to cross. This island is also the only island that have a golf in French Polynesia. So if you want to if you're a golfer and you want to experience golfing in French Polynesia, you will go to Moorea. Moorea, it's called the magical island. I am not going to tell you all the story of each island because I really want you to go there and get those stories from the Polynesian people themselves. They all have a special name, and their special name come from legend and story that they have. It's part of their culture, and it's really amazing to learn and hear the story from them. So as I said, in Moorea, you have a lot to do. They also have a pineapple plantation, And the particularity of Moorea is that they have two very nice bay, the Cook's Bay, which I hope rings a bell to you, and the Pomamatu Bay. And yes, the Cook Bay is the one where the Bounty arrived and discovered the beautiful Polynesian girls. Some hotels in this island that we select for you. It's the Manava Hotel here with their beautiful garden with private pool bungalows. The Sofitel here, which is the closer from the pier and the airport. The Hilton with some beautiful overwater bungalow. And the Intercontinental with some beach bungalow here. So there is lots of hotels in the Moorea Island. It's a very popular island. And also you do have some pension in this island. Then we move to Wahine. So again, Wahine, you can see it's very lush, it's very green, very mountainous. And Wahine, it's called the Garden of Eden. Why? Because it's a very untouched and authentic island, and it's a little bit off the beaten path. I mean, not too many people go to Wahine. There's very few hotels on this island, only two, and lots of little pension, but only two main hotels that we're gonna see. And in Wahine, you can do horseback riding, hiking, of course, and lots of diving or snorkeling, because you can see all the multicolored fish that you're going to be able to discover there. So the two hotels that I was talking about in Wahine, you have the Royal Wahine here that have beautiful sand beaches, and you have the Maitai Lapita village. This one is a very particular hotel because you have an inside lake in the island, and this hotel have their bungalows on the lake, and the reception and the main swimming pool of the hotel is on the lagoon. So you're sharing the lake and the lagoon on this hotel. So it's a pretty nice hotel. We're going now to Raiatea and Taha. Raiatea being called the Sacred Island, and Taha the Vanilla Island. Yes, this is where all the vanilla from Tahiti is produced. The majority of them is produced in Taha, which is this island here, and Raiatea here. When you go into those islands, you're flying from Papeete to Raiatea Airport, which is here. And then if you're going to your hotel that is in Taha, you're going to be transferred by boat to your hotel. And it will take about 40 minutes to reach to your hotel. So in Taha, and Raiatea, there's a lots of things to do. In the middle of the Taha, you have a nice river where you can practice some Tahitian canoeing there. But in those two islands, it's really famous, not only for the vanilla, but there's a lots of pearl farm. Yes, lady, you heard pearl, and it's black pearl in Tahiti. They are gorgeous, they are amazing. And I'm telling you, I've been there more than 30 times. And each time I say, no, I'm not gonna buy a pearl, but yes, I always bring one back. So you be in love with them. And not only the pearl, but going and visit a pearl farm, you'll learn so much about all the process of the oyster and everything. They're really sharing with you everything about the pearl. It's really amazing. And I can tell you, gentlemen, that pearls are not only for women. Lots of Tahitian are wearing pearl, and my husband also bought lots of pearl from Tahiti. So I'm quite sure you will enjoy that. In those islands, we have beautiful hotels, but also some pension as well. In Taha, you have this amazing hotel called Le Taha. It's for the moment, the only Relais Chateau in French Polynesia, which is a very high category of hotels. He's on his own little motu. A motu, it's a small island, so it's not even on the main island of Taha. So the hotel is alone, so very private, very exclusive. You have here, as I show you with my stuff, that it is a coral garden that you'll be able to go through and do start snorkeling and discover beautiful colored coral. And on the back here, you see Bora Bora. We're gonna get there, we're getting close. So yeah, they have beautiful overwater bungalow in Le Taha, but they have hidden here very nice beach villa with private pool, and also garden villa with private pool. It's a very exclusive resort. When you really want to disconnect, when you really want to do nothing, that's the place to go. No shopping, no nightclub, no nightlife, but definitely a peace of mind and relaxing time. Of course, if you need to go downtown, like if you want to go to Raiatea, which is the main town, they have shuttle boats that's going to bring you back and forth. But believe me, when you're there, you don't want to move. So these are some of their overwater bungalows and some of the nice fishes that you will see with the coral in their coral garden. And in Raiatea, here we have the Raiatea Lodge, which is a very nice colonial hotel. We use it a lot if you decide to do a catamaran cruise, for example. So if you arrive a day before, if you have to stay a day after your cruise, we use a lot this hotel because it's very nice and pretty, and they have a very, very good restaurant. Then we're moving to Bora Bora. So how do we call Bora Bora? The romantic island, of course. The Bora Bora, yes, it is the island for honeymooners. It is the island to celebrate something very special, an anniversary, a special birthday. But it's also an island of fun. It's very nice for family with children. I mean, there is hotels for everybody in this island of Bora Bora. In the middle of the island is the mountain here, the Mount Oteamanu. And as you can see, there's a lots of little island all around. We call them Motu. And those little island, even the airport is on his own island. So you land here, and from the airport, there's no hotel that can be reached by foot or by car. You have to take a boat from the airport to reach your hotel, and all the hotels are located on that side or the other side, usually facing the mountain, because this is what you want to see when you wake up in the morning. Believe me, it's a real postcard. I mean, you will not believe how beautiful is the view of the mountain and of Bora Bora. Lots of things to do in Bora Bora: shark and ray feeding, a lagoonarium, turtle. You're going on a special little Motu picnic with the feet on the water. I mean, it's just amazing. You can climb, do some hiking to the mountain, do some safari as well. I mean, some helicopter ride. I mean, a lot. And again, do nothing or relax in a nice spa in your hotel. Few hotels there, they are all beautiful, and so it was a little bit hard to choose, but we did select few of them. I mean, here you have the Pearl, the Bora Bora Pearl, that has been totally renovated about 2 years ago. This is one of their garden with private pool bungalow. You have here the only hotel that is not facing the mountain, which is on the other side, is on the ocean side. It's called the Conrad. But this hotel, as you can see here on the picture, got the biggest overwater bungalow in the world, 3,000 square foot bungalow. I mean, it's just amazing. So if you are with family or friend and you all want to stay in the same bungalows over water, it's possible in Bora Bora. Everything is possible. You have the Meridian, which is very family-oriented hotel with the turtle sanctuary. So kids, they love to play with the turtle and learn about the turtle. You have at the Meridian as well, you have a beautiful chapel facing the mountain with a glass floor where you can renew your vow, get married, or do a little ceremony if you want to. So beautiful hotels in Bora Bora that we recommend, and lots of little pension as well. Then we're moving to the Tuamotu. We are not going to do all the 5 archipelago, but we wanted to show you something different than the Society Island with the main island that you all know. Because if you are a diver, if you like to dive, this is the place to go. So the Tuamotu, that a little bit north of the Society Island, it will take you from Papeete about 1 hour to reach those islands. And actually here we don't call them islands, we call them atolls. Why? Because here no more mountain. The volcanoes sink completely, and the water here is the crateria of the volcano. So the only thing that's left over here, it's a little bit of little land all around those islands, as you can see on the picture here. Majority of those islands, Tikeahau, Rangiroa, and Fakarava, especially Fakarava, has been named by UNESCO Biosphere because they do have species of fish and fauna in the water that are very, very special and very unique in the world. So it's really unique, and I really recommend, if you are a diver, to experience diving in one of those 3 atolls. So diving, snorkeling, deep sea fishing, school of leopard and red dolphin, blue lagoon to walk among the shark and feed the birds. And the particularity of this atoll is the pink sand beaches. I mean, here on the picture, this is the color of the sand. Majority of the picture actually are mine, that has been taken by me or some of my clients or friends. So they are mine, and the colors are not being touched. They are real. This is the color that you're going to see when you are going to go to French Polynesia. So yes, those beautiful Tuamotu Islands. Where to stay there? Well, there's not too many hotels because there's not too many land to build. So there's one hotel in Tikeahau, and this hotel is the Pearl Beach Resort, which is right here. So you can see the hotel is built just at the border of the coral reef. This side is the ocean, the other side is the lagoon. Little overwater bungalow here, and beautiful beach bungalow on the other side. You can see here the color of the water, it's just amazing. And then in Rangiroa, you have the Kiaora. That's the only hotel again. In Rangiroa, you have lots of pension in those hotels, and the pension are like bed and breakfast. This hotel, the Kiaora, it's beautiful, has been completely renovated 2 years ago. And you have here the beautiful villa, garden villa with private pool. I feel like I want to be there, I'm telling you. So much to see and so little time, because you don't have months to spare there, and I don't, unfortunately. So we want you to go back. But there's also other way than just popping from one island to the other to visit French Polynesia. You have the catamaran, that cruise that have several, you can visit several islands with the catamaran, which is quite nice, and we're going to talk about it in another slide. And you also have big cruise ship company like the Paul Gauguin here or the Windstar, which are cruising the French Polynesia, and you're going to different islands. If you choose to go on those cruises, which are beautiful, we do recommend you to do a pre or post cruise package, because you don't have time to spend a lot on each island when you're on those cruise. So we really want you to experience the feeling and to share with the Polynesian their experience as well. So if you decide to go on that cruise, please think about pre or post package. I think you really will enjoy it more French Polynesia in that case. The catamaran, we will talk about it very quickly. It's a very nice experience, especially if you're a group of friends or family together that you want to spend some time together. I mean, it's the catamaran you have a small one with only 2 cabins, and you have big one with up to 6 cabins, so you can be up to 12, but we recommend to be 10, not more, because then it's a little bit busy on the boat. But the catamaran cruise on the island, they start in Raiatea and cruise Wahine, Taha, and Bora Bora. So they cruise in those islands. They always stay on the lagoon side, so it's pretty nice. But Danny will talk to you about it a little bit more later on. And you also have catamaran that are specialized for diver. It's called the Aquatiki. The Aquatiki catamaran is cruising on the Tuamotu Island, and if you are a diver, you have diving experience every single day with an instructor, and you all the dive will be included in your package, and it's a really nice experience. So you have different choice of cruise with the catamaran between 3 days to 11 days option. So it's something to consider if you want to go to French Polynesia, especially if you want to share it with some friends. And the other way to experience French Polynesia is with this special boat, which is called the Aranui. The Aranui is half cargo and half a cruise ship. So it's quite an experience. The Aranui will start from Tahiti and will go all the way up to the Marquesas. So it's only have 150 cabins in 5 categories, and you have different options between 8 to 11 days on a one-way, or you fly back from Marquesas, or you have 14 days return trip from Papeete to Papeete. The beauty of this boat is that it's gonna go to island that nobody can go. Like there's no hotel in those islands, and the inhabitant of this island, they are waiting for this cargo ship every month, because he's going to bring them their food, he's going to bring them all the stuff, all the supplies that they order and everything. So it's a really nice experience. Each time you're going to stop in an island, you're going to have a private guide, you're going to meet with the people, you're going to discover their culture, and you're going to discover the island with them. So it's quite nice. And also the staff that are doing the cargo during the morning is the staff that's going to be there for you. You're going to be your team during your cruise. They are going to share their culture. They are going to sing for you at night. They are going to dance for you at night. So it's really, really a unique experience if you have a little bit of time, like 2 weeks. So now I'm going to pass it on to Danny. Danny, are you here?
I am here, Patricia. Thank you very much. Now, I think she's probably showed you a few photos that would make you want to head out of here as soon as possible and get to Tahiti. I know I sure would like to. So coming from our part of the world here, we're either going to make a connection down to San Francisco, where we would board a United or French B flight, or we would go via Los Angeles and board Air France or Air Tahiti Nui. For those of you that would have Aeroplan points, you can now use your Aeroplan points with the United flight, so that's something to keep in mind. All of the packages that I'm going to talk about, I just wanted to put together kind of a sample of a few different things, just to give you an idea what there is available. All of them are in Canadian dollars. All of them include airfare from Los Angeles at this point on Air Tahiti Nui. And again, we can rearrange those in any way. Every package also includes a flower lei greeting when you land in Papeete. So as soon as you get off the airplane, you're going to be greeted by somebody. They're going to give you your documents. You're going to put a beautiful flower lei, fragrant flower lei around your neck. And then from there, depending on what we have scheduled for you to do. So in this case, our first package that we're looking at, we would be then boarding a flight to Raiatea. With other options, you may be picked up at the airport, taken to the pier so that you can take the ferry over to Moorea, or you may be just picked up at the airport and taken directly to a hotel in Papeete. One way or the other, it doesn't matter which package that we put together for you, and any of the ones that I have listed here. Once you arrive in Papeete, you are not going to have to find a taxi to take you to any of your hotels. You're not going to have to find your own way to get to the private motu where you're staying. All of that will be taken care of for you and included in your package. So your package includes all inter-island flights, all transfers, all ferries, the whole works. You'll notice in many cases that I have dinners included, and the reason is, there's a few reasons actually. The first being that if you're on a private motu, it is very remote, and quite often, for instance, if we're at Lataha, there is not a evening shuttle that would take you to the main island of Taha. And so you're going to want to have your meals included. You can purchase them separately, but dinners in Tahiti can be quite costly in restaurants. And so it's nice to have it included in your package. It also makes life very easy so that you're not having to wonder, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Everything again is taken care of. And that's the whole point of going to Tahiti. It is a place to relax, to refresh, to rejuvenate, and we don't want you stressed wondering what you're going to do or how you're going to find your next meal. So we have those included. One thing to note about all of the resorts is they all have chefs. With the French influence, the food is great. And so you're going to have some amazing meals at any of the resorts that we've got. And again, every package that we're talking about here has been listed in Canadian dollars. So this is one of my favorite itineraries, and the reason is because this would be awesome for just your immediate family to go, or if you've got some couples that want to travel together, or even, you know, a girls' getaway. It's an amazing way to keep within your own little small group, and you are going to visit some beautiful secluded bays, pristine beaches away from everybody else. And so I really like this itinerary. So what's going to happen as soon as you land in Papeete, you're going to be greeted. Then you're going to carry on your flight to Raiatea. You're going to stay for 3 nights at that beautiful Raiatea lodge that Patricia had talked to you about earlier. I've got breakfast and dinner included there every day. Then you are going to be taken from the hotel or from the lodge to the pier, to the catamaran. Now this catamaran comes complete with a crew, so you're going to have a captain and a cook and or a hostess, and so they're going to take care of you. So all of your meals are included. So breakfast, lunch, and dinners. You're going to have your non-alcoholic beverages. If you want to custom order some special beer or even just regular Tahitian beer, we can do that in advance so that when you board the catamaran, whatever it is that you would like to drink will be ready there and waiting for you. Now that is at another cost, so the alcohol isn't included. If you stop at one of the islands and you decide, hey, I've run out of beer, I'd like some more, then the staff will gladly go and pick up whatever that you need and just put it on your account for the week. All of the cabins are air conditioned and they do have their own bathroom. There's plenty of room. You've got kayaking, paddleboarding, and all your snorkel equipment is included for the time that you're on there. Once you come, now, I should say, this one will take you to the islands of Raiatea, Wahine. Now, this is one of my favorite, and as Patricia mentioned, it is very remote. When we were there, it felt like it was authentic Polynesia. It was not commercialized in any way, and if I was to go back, I would go back to this island in a heartbeat. I really, really enjoyed it there. Now, I should just say, Patricia, if you just want to pop back there, that the package price for that is 4,999 Canadian. And again, that is for a 12-day land and sailing combo, and it includes your flights from Los Angeles. The only thing that it doesn't include is while you're on the catamaran, there's 150 euro tax to be paid locally. They also do offer an excursion package when you're on board the catamaran, and it's 180 euro per person. It is highly recommended. And again, for sake of ease, and you'll get to see some amazing things. So that's the end of that package. The next type of package that we're going to look at is a completely different style of travel. This is the luxurious resort stay. It is a 10-day package, and you're going to visit 3 different islands, the islands of Taha, Bora Bora, and Rangiroa. All of the resorts include your breakfast and your dinner every day. Again, because of the remote locations where they are, it would be difficult to get to town to have your dinner. Your first stop is going to be at one of my favorites, the luxurious La Taha by Pearl Resort. And as Patricia mentioned, it is a Relais and Chateau designated property. It is beautiful. Now, the room category that I have selected here is in one of the beach villas with a private pool. Now, I want to mention something. When we're looking at accommodations in French Polynesia, if we take a beach villa, it is clearly not a downgrade from an overwater bungalow. And the reason is normally the beach villas are twice the size, just about double the size of what you would have in an overwater bungalow. This particular beach bungalow boasts 1,937 square feet. Yes, 1,937 square feet of sheer comfort. You have your own private pool, and literally you are steps away from the lagoon. It is a beautiful, beautiful spot. From there, we would head over to Bora Bora, where you'll be taken to the Bora Bora Pearl. And again, this resort is applying to be Relais and Chateau designated, but they haven't yet got their designation. So they're working on it. Here, I have recommended to stay in an overwater bungalow for 3 nights. One thing to do in Bora Bora is the ray and shark encounter, and it is amazing. Now, when we talk sharks, we're not talking about man-eating sharks. They're the black tips that are very friendly. You're in waist deep water. It is an amazing experience to be able to see the rays and the sharks there, and then you'll continue on in a beautiful coral garden where you can do some more snorkeling for the day. Then from there, we're going to head to Rangiroa in the Tuamotus. For a completely different experience. As Patricia mentioned, these islands are very flat, completely different than Taha and Bora Bora. And where I've recommended at this time is the Kia Ora in a beach bungalow with a whirlpool. One thing that is kind of neat in Rangiroa, it is the only atoll in the world that has a vineyard. It's a coral atoll, and so it's the only one that has a vineyard there, a winery, that you will be able to enjoy some Rangiroan wine. So this package for this luxury stay is 7,965 Canadian per person. You're going to get the opportunity to find yourself some beautiful black pearls. The flowers are beautiful. You're going to love it. Now, the last package that we're looking at is something that's completely different. Patricia had mentioned on several of the islands, they have pensions, and in some cases, that is the only type of accommodation. Now, a pension we would call either a guest house or a bed and breakfast. And this would be an 8-night Polynesian escape. So we're going to be gone for 9 days. You're going to have 4 nights in a pension on Moorea. And then there's another island that you can see in the background on this slide, and that is Maupiti. Maupiti is a local Tahitian favorite, and it is known as Small Bora Bora. It's only about an hour boat ride from Bora Bora. It is not commercialized at all, and the only accommodations on this island are the pensions. And so it is going to be an amazing, authentic vacation that you wouldn't experience by visiting perhaps some of the other islands. As you can see, the waters are beautiful, not photoshopped in any way. The photo here on the front at the bottom is actually of the Moorea Beach Lodge, where you're going to have a beach bungalow. It includes your breakfast. It is air conditioned. And then the 4 nights, you're also going to be in a bungalow with breakfast and dinner there. Just because of its remote location, we do want to have dinner there. And this package, very reasonable for a 9-day vacation. It's $3,999. No matter which way that you would like to visit the islands of Tahiti, you just need to sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. We've got some beautiful photos here. And yes, I've brought back pearls both times from when I was there, and I would highly recommend. I've got a great little shop that I like to go to. You can get them at the Black Pearl Farms as well. Anyway, I hope that we have encouraged you to want to visit these beautiful islands. They are truly one of a kind. And I'll say, you know, most people when they go, they plan and they think it is a trip, a once in a lifetime. But when you've been there and you've tasted and you've seen, you won't want it to be your only time going there. It is an amazing destination. So Patricia, thank you very much. So we know the destination and you know your dreams. Now, the best thing if you're looking at booking is if you can give yourself about 5 to 6 months in advance to give you the best rates and the best availability. Yeah, so the more time you have that we can kind of plan it, the better off. But if you decided you want to get there tomorrow, we can certainly put something together for you. Thank you, and Maruru. For any person, if you decide you want to make a booking to Tahiti, and if you do it within the next 3 months, so if you make a booking by June the 25th, because we'll say for tomorrow is the first business day, then you'll each get $50 off per person for any trip that you book between now and the end of 2022. So again, I want to thank you so much for coming. It has been our pleasure to introduce you to the islands of Tahiti. Now, does anybody have any questions? And we can pop the mics back on if everybody wants to chat about it. But do you have any questions that anybody would like to ask? We do have a question here about what is the COVID status in Tahiti right now. Now, at the last that I checked, there were 3 cases total in all 118 islands. All of them are locals. Throughout the entire course of this year, Tahiti reopened last year in July, and they were very, very good about keeping everything safe and clean. They are currently closed down at the moment, only because France mandated that all of their territories had to close, regardless of the status in their own areas. And so unfortunately, Tahiti is locked down at the moment, and they are scheduled to open up in May. But again, they've been very, very good. None of the cases have been contracted at any of the resorts. When you land in Papeete at the moment, I mean, the current regulations are when you do land in Papeete, when they give you your documents and you have your flower lay greeting, they're going to give you a self kit that you'll have to take. So whether you're at on one of the cruise ships, whether you're at a resort or a pension, you will have to take that test and take it to the front desk, and they'll make sure that it gets where it needs to go. Again, to fly into Papeete, you do have to have a negative COVID test 72 hours prior to departure. And then, yeah, we may have to have a test when we come back home. But anyway, we have good contacts there that we can make arrangements for you to get your test if you do have to have one to return back to your home.
Yes, we will organize everything for you, and I think we did that for some of your clients, Danny. That they went in January and they had to have a test to come back to Canada, and so at the last minute we had to rearrange a little bit their trip to come back to Papeete early enough to have the test and the result of the test before they were flying out. So, you know, we take care of everything, and having an office there that we work with and staff on the spot, everything is possible. So
if you're speaking about us, it was wonderful.
Thank you. Any other question you may have? You can see on the chat if anything. Some people want to go back already.
Yes. So trips, I have a question about Lataha and Bora Bora.
Yes,
Is that a combination that is possible to do?
absolutely.
Yeah, just those two?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's two very different islands. I mean,
Yep.
Bora Bora, if you go to French Polynesia on your first trip, you're going to want to go to Bora Bora because this is the most famous island and, it's a dream island. Everybody talk about Bora Bora. So yes, you want to go there. But when you're going to go in French Polynesia several times, then you're going to realize that Bora Bora actually is very popular. It's very touristic. So it's maybe not one of the nicest islands because you'll see that the other islands are maybe nicer than Bora Bora. So Taha, it is really exclusive, as you could see. They have the hotel. The Taha is on his own motu. You facing Bora Bora, so you're seeing Bora Bora from far away, but you're not in the middle of the crowded and all the hotels and all the motion of Bora Bora. So it is a very nice combination to stay in Taha, to see it from far away, and then to go there to Bora Bora and experience it.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm single. So how does that work as far as single supplement travel, blah, blah, blah?
When you are in a bungalow, you're gonna pay the rate of the whole bungalow, unfortunately. So the best will be to find somebody to share your trip because it's
Hell no.
nicer.
I got rid of that 2 or 20 years ago.
But if you can't, I mean, it's very safe. As I could say, I mean, if you travel single in French Polynesia, there's absolutely no problem. Everything is extremely safe. You'll be doing some excursion during the day with other group of people coming from different hotels. It's quite safe. You'll be seeing people around, and it's very nice because those resorts are pretty small actually. So
Yeah.
if you're single,
Oh no, I was just wondering about this thing, supplement costs, etc., not the safety part, because yeah, there's always people around. Yeah.
yes, there's always people around. The Polynesian that are working on the resort, they are staying and sleep usually in the resort. So it's very, very safe.
Lovely.
Another thing, if for traveling, if you wanted to keep some costs down, it would certainly be better for you to travel in low season, so between November and April, as opposed to in the summer months or our summer
Oh,
months.
definitely, yeah. I don't do crowds anyways, so I travel alone a lot, and yeah, the low season is preferable. So this is wonderful.
Perfect. Excellent. Excellent.
Well, this is weird because both my parents passed away a few weeks ago when I was taking my mother to the ocean, so this is ideal.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it is a beautiful, it is just such a beautiful place to go in the world. Yeah.
Lovely.
Absolutely. It's very unique. I think, as you could see on the picture, I mean, it's a very unique place to travel, and you will bring back lots of memory. But not only that, but I know lots of people that has been to French Polynesia, and they changed their way of living when they came back. They really disconnect
Oh,
from
mine changed a few weeks ago when I lost my parents. My thoughts changed a lot. Yeah, a few weeks ago. There's no worries there.
Exactly. It's gonna change your pace of life. It's gonna change your way of thinking. When you come back, you're gonna realize that sometimes we're so busy on everything that we're doing that we don't take time to pause. And when you come back from French Polynesia, you are going to realize that is so important.
Lovely.
There is a question
Great.
here. It says that are these packages low season? And yes, every package that I shared was low season rates.
And it's the best time to travel for Canadian, definitely.
Yeah,
The
out of
low
winter.
season, it's so nice. I mean, the hotels are not crowded. They really take more time to share with you all their experience and everything. I mean, it's really nice to travel in January, February, March, and April. It's the best season to really to go there. Getting far away from the cold and the winter and the snow.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Does anybody else have any questions?
Are there any indications as to when France might open up again?
France, they are not doing too good. So not for the moment, unfortunately. We don't know when France is going to open. They are accelerating the vaccination process. So everybody hope that by this summer, France will reopen. French Polynesia definitely will reopen in beginning of May because
Okay.
as Danny told you, there is very low case there. So and all the hotels really need to open because majority of the people there are working in tourism. So it's very, very hard for their economy. So definitely they postponed from the 1st of April to the 1st of May, but they're all ready and the flights are already back on track and so on. But for France, it's another.
Well, it was French Polynesia that I was thinking because France closed it, I thought.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, France government closed down all their territories, and it's unfortunate for French Polynesia. But there is the French Polynesia have a very different statute with France because they do have their own government. They do have a president in Tahiti. But France finance a lot French Polynesia, so it's a political issue that we are facing here. But definitely they want to reopen and they really want the tourists to come back there. So soon, soon, soon.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, Danny?
Yeah, I'm just answering a question here. A gentleman's asking about a copy of the presentation. So because it was recorded, I can just send the link to everybody. If anybody wants to rewatch it, I'll be doing that tomorrow. And so, yeah, there is a lot to go through and to try and decide what islands that you want to visit. But yes, I'll gladly send it out. Now, Doug, do I have your actual email? I'm not sure if I do. So if I don't, perhaps you could pop me a line, and my email is at the bottom here. Brian can forward it. Perfect. Yep, that sounds great. I'll send it to you, Brian, and you can share it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming tonight.
We might be going with them.
How nice would that be, Brian?
Doug will say, yeah, you can.
They might not want us.
You might not want it. Well, I'll let you guys sort that one out for sure. Oh, too funny.
Well, we all hope that this pandemic will be away soon, and then we can all meet in real, not on a Zoom presentation like that. But you know, right now, I think it's enjoyable also to be able to share with you something, even if we all in our house and not being in our office. But I think it's a nice way to bring you to paradise from home.
Yeah.
Having just come back, I really appreciate everything that Patricia and Danny did for us. The only regret I have is coming back.
Well, thank you, Brian. It was a lot of fun to put it together. We had a few changes along the way with with all of the different restrictions at different times, but you persevered and you still went and had a trip of a lifetime for sure.
One clip away from not going.
Yeah, you're right. I know. I had, for anybody else still left on the Zoom here, because there were so many changes and last minute changes and major changes, I just said, when you guys get on board that flight in Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, please take a picture and text it to me. And so they did, which was awesome. So at least I knew that they were on their way. And once they got on that plane, I knew that everything was going to be great after that. But anyway, yeah, you did it.
Fantastic. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Does anybody else have anything else they want to ask or talk about?
Okay, so I think
Excellent. Well,
finish
Patricia,
our glass
thank
of
you.
cocktail or wine and relax and dream about Tahiti tonight.
Very
You
good.
got it.
Very good. Patricia, thank you so much for your presentation. I appreciate you, and thanks for all that you do.
You're welcome, Danny. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night and thank you.
Thank you, Utah.
Thank you. Have a great one. See you later.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.